Alrighty, afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through here today, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live from around the country today. We're going to spend the next sort of 45 minutes talking about DuePoint. I know it's Friday and I know it's lunch hour, so we're going to make it as quick and as painless as possible for you as we run through this, and hopefully by the end of it you'll understand a little bit better why we are as passionate as we are about DuePoint, that we'd be willing to do this on a lunch hour on a Friday every week of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, to start with, let me talk about who DuePoint is. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's very important for you to note. This is not a new business. We are, in fact, a 66-year-old business, turning 67 next year. 7 decades of being a licensed and listed life and short-term insurance company. You can find us under Conduit Capital on the JSE, and of course, if you go to the FSCA's website, you'll find all of our insurance licenses and registrations there. I tell you this because obviously these days all we ever see is the next thing blowing in from China or Russia or America or Australia. Here you are dealing with a homegrown South African company that has 7 decades of history in this economy and in this market. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider as a full-blown insurance company. That's just one of our FSP licenses, and so I again encourage you, go away, do whatever research you need to do, and you will find everything you need to know about Constantia and DuePoint online and at all the regular and required authorities. In addition, we are a real business. We have real offices, as those of you in the audience this afternoon can see, and I encourage all of you from around the country, if ever you're in Joburg, come and visit us. Come and see the bricks and mortar, and not only that, come and see the team. We're one of the only companies, we believe, in the country that gives the public access to the executive team on a 6-day-a-week basis. You can walk in here any day and come and meet with all of us so that you know that we are real. This is not one of those things that comes up on your Facebook or your WhatsApp where you have no clue who is behind this supposed business. Here you know every single one of us, and you can meet all of us personally. Why? Because we have a very, very important objective in the division of DuePoint. Our primary objective here at DuePoint is the creation of wealth in the hands of South Africans. We are not in the business of cash. Cash is what you get when you sell goodies. We don't sell goodies at DuePoint. In fact, we don't do any selling at DuePoint. We do the creation of wealth. Now, what is wealth? Wealth is a regular, recurring flow of income into your household on a monthly basis, and also on a permanent basis. If we're going to change the circumstances of South Africans, we are going to need to create something that is there every month, that is reliable, and that is permanent. That can never be created in a sales transaction. It needs to be in the construction of an asset. Our hope is that if we're able to give you this sort of wealth, we can do 2 things for you. First of all, we can put you back in control so that you're able to create and control your own income, and you're able to control your expenditure. Right now, none of us have control over either one of those aspects in South Africa. And secondly, we hope that it'll then enable you to pull yourself out of the financial circumstances you're in at the moment. Just about every South African, and when I say that, I mean 99% of South Africans, that's not an exaggeration, that's actually a real statistic, are in a position where they're drowning in debt. They have not got an income that is growing every year. It is an income that is physically making them poorer every year, including their increases. And in an economy where prices are spiraling out of control, this is a crisis that most South Africans have not yet realized they're in. We had this discussion the other night in one of our presentations where we'd done a whole lot of research, and many people are in denial about the fact that for the last 4 or 5 years they've literally been getting poorer every year, even if they got increases. This is a reality. Go and do the research and you will see that we need something else now that we can pick up, that we can create something that is permanent and regular. Otherwise, we will not survive in the South African economy. That is our primary objective at DuePoint. Our secondary objective is to get South Africans participating in the financial service sector of this economy again. It is so regulated, this end of the market, that it has pushed South Africans out over the last 20 years. Our hope is to get South Africans back in. With these 2 objectives put together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. This is why you are here today. In the DuePoint system, we allow you as individuals to contract with us here at DuePoint as wealth engineers. Engineering your wealth. You engineer your wealth not by doing sales or selling anything, not by marketing, not by advertising, and not by becoming financial advisors of us. No, we give you one task, one simple task that everybody can do. We want you to connect South Africa to us. That's it. If you're able to connect South Africans to us, we're able to expand our market, creating greater revenue for ourselves. And through that greater revenue, we're able to create for you an extra recurring income. Nobody quits their jobs at DuePoint. This is something you will add to your life. And by adding it to your life, you're able to start expanding on your current income. It has also been built into a system that caters for every set of circumstances in South Africa. One of the most common objections we get is, I don't have time. Well, congratulations. You're now part of the biggest club in the country. No one in South Africa has time. We're all working ourselves to death just to survive, and we're surviving less every year. Our system has built into it the ability for you to leverage. Leveraging other people's time, leveraging other people's skills and efforts in the creation of wealth for yourself on a 24-hour-a-day basis. Because we're not selling goodies. This system creates wealth every hour of the day. And that means that your potential to create wealth at DuePoint is literally unlimited. It all falls just back on your hands and what you want to do with it here at DuePoint. This system you get without having to spend a cent. You get to use the DuePoint system without a startup cost, without having to buy a kit of goodies, without having to buy training guides or starter manuals, and without having to pay for application form fees. There are no monthly fees or marketing fees or sales fees either. Today is not a financial risk decision in becoming a wealth engineer. Our intention is to create wealth, not to put people in a negative position before they can start making a profit. No, we want that to happen immediately. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no premium and no cost to you. In addition, because you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not salespeople, you're not advertisers of ours or advisors, you simply connect individuals to us. Everybody in South Africa can be a wealth engineer. Everybody, despite their education or qualification, is in a position at DuePoint to create wealth for themselves, probably for the first time in our history. Now, folks, this means that everybody as well is able to build an asset, because if we're going to create wealth, we need an asset. This team you build, this channel that you leverage here at DuePoint is your asset. Because it creates a recurring, reliable income, you can price it. And when you can price it, you can sell it. It's not something that you have to be married to your whole life. It is an asset that you can sell to someone else and realize its future value now. In addition, when you pass away, your asset, your channel, will automatically be handed over to your children, and your children will earn the income you created during your lifetime. They can take that asset and expand it even further if they want to. We're in the business of wealth. That means we're in the business of intergenerational wealth as well. If we're going to be an economic solution in our economy, we cannot be looking at just people now. We need to be looking at the generations to come. And so what you create here is a generational asset that you'll be able to pass on to your children and to your grandchildren through our system. And we've built the system in a way that you can be proud of it. One of the things we struggle with often is people are like, I'm not doing this. My friends will unfriend me on Facebook. Folks, this is not one of those things. We're not going to be punting substandard products to your friends and, you know, in your lounge during the braai and all of that sort of jazz. No. We've built a system that is built at the highest levels of quality using the latest technology so that you don't have to do any of that in the DuePoint system. We leave you with one simple task: connect people and connect them with pride to something that is akin to a private bank in South Africa. That's what we do here. We leave you with that one task: just connect people to us. How do you do it? There's 4 ways to do it. If you struggle with data, pick up one of our USB sticks at our information counter or order it from our client service team. It's got everything you need on it. You plug it into your smart TV or into your computer at home or laptop, and there we are on the screen doing this presentation for you 24 hours a day. Alternatively, you can come and sit in our studio here and be part of our studio audience 6 days a week. Night times, lunch times, mornings. You'll find on our website schedule or on our phone app when we're live, and you can come and join us with your acquaintances and we'll present to them. The third way is through our YouTube channel. Now, this is the most important way. Our YouTube channel has every single presentation we've ever done on it. You can go and pick your favorite ones, and it means that DuePoint is nationwide for you. It doesn't matter where you are or what time of the day it is. You simply push play and you are connecting individuals to us. If they want a short version, we've got every single version you can get, from 2 minutes all the way through to 2 hours and everything in between. If they want products, we've got product videos. If you want summaries, we've got those. Everything you need is on our YouTube channel, and it means that you do not need to be bound to this office in Bryanston, Gauteng to do this business. You can build it anywhere across the nation. And then the fourth way of connecting individuals to us is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations, every day of the week, Monday through Saturday, is broadcast live across the country. A single click of a button, and you, no matter where you are, whether you're stuck at work or in a different province, or stuck at home or a coffee shop or wherever, you click that button and you are live in the room with us. Now, this is good for all of those people who say, I won't believe it until I see it. My first response to that is you're no longer allowed to use Facebook or Google because you've never seen their head office. But nonetheless, for those that want to use DuePoint, they don't even need to be here. With a single click of the button, you're live in the room with us, full HD surround sound every day of the week that you want to. This is not a cold-face insurance company. This is a company that invites you into the heart of this business on a daily basis. Now, by connecting people through one of those four ways, some of them are going to become wealth engineers like you, and when they do, we allocate them to you and your channel begins. This is your asset. This is your team. These individuals will go out and do exactly the same thing, connect individuals to us. Some will become wealth engineers, and again, we'll allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself over and over again as your channel, as this penetration into the market spreads across South Africa. Now, we as DuePoint, the insurance company, now come along and facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this penetration, this market share you have created for us. And your income is born without you having to sell a single thing. And your income is born. Now, what's really important to note, and people struggle with this a lot, is that this is not a pyramid scheme. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is not a get-rich scheme, the most popularly desired thing in South Africa. We are none of these things. We are a listed, licensed, registered, audited, reviewed insurance company. We had the FSCA here from the 17th to the 19th of October this year alone. They were here 18 months ago. We are constantly regulated. I had to present DuePoint to 8 different regulators. This is the real deal. Now, you know what the problem with real deals is? With anything that's genuine, it comes at a price. Now, I've just said to you, you're not going to pay anything. That's true. But the price for creating anything genuine is always time. That's what you're going to have to put in. It's what you put into your careers. When you started your career, I've had people say, oh, I don't have time, I'm not going to put time into this. I said, really? When the first day you were sitting at your desk at your very first job, and I said to you, how long are you going to do this for? You would have said, no, well, 10, 20, 30 years, I'm going to build my career here. And here we're going to, you spend a bit of time going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not spending any time. Folks, if you want to make something real, something permanent, and something completely life-changing, with us here at DuePoint, you're going to have to spend a little time. And if you do put that time in, you allow us to start that process of wealth creation. We start with the facilitation of the purchase of our products. That's where the wealth resides. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month. And for 324 Rand a month, you get 2 independent products. Your first one is your very own tax-free investment account. And your second is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 Rand every single month, and we put it into your investment account. So before you've even connected your first person to us, you've already started to create an asset with us here at DuePoint. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month. For 249 Rand, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No maximum age limits, no waiting periods, no medical examinations or declarations. This product means that every single South African, no matter how old they are or how risky they are able to come and build wealth with us here at DuePoint and wealth with you in your channel. And then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at 299 Rand a month, and it too comes with 2 benefits. benefits. The first one is funeral cover. You can get either 20 or 30,000 rands, and you can add either 5 or 10 family members to the funeral cover. As a second benefit, the principal member gets 10,000 rands worth of outstanding debt cover. That means that you, the principal member who took the product, when you die, we settle 10,000 rands worth of your debt so that your children do not have to. And then our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month to be a member of our club. And as a member of our club, you get access to all of our suppliers. As I said, we're a 7-decade-old insurance company. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, we have suppliers from every end of the market that give us prices, discounts, packages, vouchers, VIP services, you name it, that you only get as a member of the corporate. But as a member of our Wealth Points Buyers Club, you're able to completely re-engineer your monthly expenditure by utilizing our club and having access to all of them with no waiting periods. You're immediately in and you are shopping on our buyer's guide. So can I encourage all of you who intend on taking this product to go and watch the training videos. There must be 4 training videos on this product. It is an active product. You need to use it to gain benefit. So go watch the videos and then go use it. And you'll not only gain the benefit of the product, but you will save tens of thousands of rands a year by using our suppliers properly. Folks, how would we normally have got you to purchase these products? Well, we would have advertised to you. We spend hundreds of millions a month as an industry trying to get you to connect and buy our products. We get you to pay for that. We put it into the price of your products, your bank fees, your car insurance, your funeral cover, whatever you're paying, 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing every time you pay. Now here at DuePoint, we do 0 advertising. 0. That's probably why you had not heard of us before today. Instead, we use you. You go out, you connect the individuals to us, and therefore all that money that we were going to spend anyway, we were going to do it anyway, on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., every month, we've eradicated that and we're able to redirect that distribution cost across to you in the form of wealth for you on a monthly basis. Now, we distribute it to you in 2 ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every single product in your channel, paid every single month to you as long as those products are paid, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. It sounds super complicated, but it's not. It's easy. You go out, you connect a few people, they become wealth engineers, they pay for their product, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. 55 Rand every month for every product paid as long as it's paid. Now, there's a very unique thing about our products. They're financial services products, which means that they don't expire, they don't go off, they don't break, there is never a delivery delay, and they work perfectly every time. It's a wonderful freedom to know. And it means, therefore, that running on an automatic debit order system, this money comes in every single month. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You may have months when you're incredibly busy, or you're in hospital, or you're on holiday. You don't have to run back to your friends to beg them to buy the pot, the pan, the perfume, the whatever it is again. Here, our automatic debit order system raises, and where the product's paid, your income comes in. It is proper freedom that we create here at DuePoint. Now, these individuals will go out and chat to a few more people, and again, they will pay for their products. You'll get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. If they take more than one product, you get multiples of it. So 2 products for that individual, you get 110 Rand. Maybe one of them takes 3 products, you get 165 Rand. And if they take 4 products, you get 220 Rand, not once, every month going forward. Have a look at this example on the screen. It's the perfect example for our club members of I Don't Have Time. You've put 5 or 6 people in, and you are now earning 1,000 Rand a month with us here. Yes, I know. I've seen amongst the WhatsApp groups these pictures of people promising millions in 3 months. Just give me 30,000 Rand. I'll give you 400% return in the next 90 days. Whenever you hear a guaranteed return, you leave the room, you leave the building, and you get away because you're about to lose your money. Folks, there's no guarantees, nothing here at DuePoint. The only thing we guarantee is the more time you put in, the more money you will make. You put a little bit of time in, and you'll be making 1,000 Rand a month with us here at DuePoint. You put some more time in, and you will continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But you have unlimited potential here at DuePoint, because from the 8th point on, every point thereafter that you qualify to earn on, you will earn on every product payment on that point. How does it work? How do you qualify to earn on a point? DuePoint? Well, it's so simple. We put it together in a 2-minute, 57-second video on YouTube. Go and watch it, and in 3 minutes, you'll realize how we have created intergenerational wealth and unlimited potential for every South African, no matter how big their dream is. All it comes down to is that price of time. So we calculated that too, because people often ask us, yes, but we want to know what we can earn if we're going to put time in. Okay, fine. We had to assume you were part of the big club of I don't have time. So we did that assumption, and we created a calculation after much effort and 20 years of data that we call the 3+2 growth rate formula. It says that you as a new wealth engineer, join us, only have a little bit of time, and therefore can only connect 3 people in your first month to us. That's the 3. 3 people in an entire month. That's all we're asking for in your first month. Every month thereafter, you can add and must add 2 if you want to follow this schedule of payments. Can you add 2 a month? It's 1 every 15 days. Now, of course, you can add more and you can add less. All that's going to happen is you're going to just change the numbers in this diagram. But if you can do 2 a month, 1 every 15 days, and you do it persistently, which means you do it over December, you do it over Easter, and you do it over your birthday month, you keep doing it every month, then over time, we can start calculating your progress. If you're able to do 6 months with us, we reckon you can reasonably estimate that you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month with us. Remembering, we haven't been doing this for 5 minutes. We know what the numbers look like. 6 months of adding 2 people every month, and you'll be on 30,000 Rand a year going forward as a reliable, recurring, and potentially permanent income into your household. For many South Africans, an extra 2,500 Rand is already changing their world. But that's after 6 months. Can you do a year with us? Because if you can do a year with us, then we believe you can reasonably expect to be on an extra 10,000 Rand a month. Now, 10,000 Rand a month is 120,000 Rand a year. You've given yourself a 10,000 Rand raise that you controlled. You controlled it. And one that is potentially permanent. Now, we often ask the question, how many people will persist for a year? Well, not many. Why won't they persist for a year? Well, they're going to confuse their responsibility. At DuePoint, the responsibility we give you is to connect 2 people a month. That's it. People think that their responsibility is to ensure that these people pay, to ensure that these people also connect 2 people a month, ensure that these people attend and duplicate and speak on their WhatsApp groups. And when they don't, they lose hope and stop. Folks, this is a purely mathematical exercise. It's not one of these things you might have seen before. This is pure maths. All we ask you for is 2 people a month. If you connect 2 people every month consistently, then the mathematics dictates, and we've checked this over years of data, that you will find amongst the ones you connect, a few, they're going to catch the vision, get out there and start building wealth for themselves. And when they do, they will build this wealth for you too. Will you persist past 90 days, 6 months, 12 months? Because if you do, and you put 2 years in with us, well, then that 10,000 becomes 27 to 30,000 Rand. That's 2 years. It's 2019, and it's 2020. You finished the year of 2020 with a 30,000 Rand a month extra income flowing in. What did you have to do? You had to add 2 people every month. That's it. But you had to be dead persistent. You didn't stop for 1 month. You kept going. When everybody didn't do anything, you kept going until you found your guys. We've got working examples of this that are already happening here at DuePoint. Some are reaching into their 3rd year with us now. What does the end of your 3rd year look like? Well, about 45,000 Rand a month. If you push through to your 4th year, it's going to be looking at about 60,000 Rand a month. And if you can keep connecting for 5 years, then you can reasonably expect to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. Now, folks, many of the things that I see flowing around the economy and the market promise the average South African that they'll be on 100,000 Rand in 3 months. I'm yet to meet a South African that got to 100,000 Rand in 3 months. Most of them got to 30 Rand in 3 months and lost 100,000 Rand to the person that was promising that. That is what happens. Here we ask for nothing. What we ask for is 5 years. If you're going to build a genuine, permanent, life-changing, limitless wealth, an asset that is intergenerational and saleable, well, then you're going to have to put time in. Can you survive 60 months? What do we ask of you in those 60 months? Just add 2 people every month, and we will change your life permanently with it. Are people doing it? Absolutely. Tens of thousands of South Africans have come through DuePoint's doors, and we put 2 to 3, maybe 4 on the stage every month from around the country. Some doing badly, some doing well, and some doing in the middle. We show you everything here because we are not like something you have seen before. This last month, we had Millicent up on our stage. She's been with us for 6 months, but did nothing in her first 4 months and started 8 weeks ago. And in 8 weeks, she's created an income of 1,300 Rand a month. 2 months down, and she now gets hobby money, pocket money of 1,300 bucks every single month, whether she works or whether she doesn't, whether she's sick or whether she is busy. That money now comes in. Then we had Lindo from KZN. Lindo's been with us for 4 months. In 4 months, he's created an income of about 4,000 Rand. That's a 1,000 Rand increase every month for the last 4 months. Have you been getting a 1,000 Rand increase every month? We've had 7 price increases this year, 6 petrol and a VAT. Did you get any increases to match those? No. Well, Lindo's now increasing his income by his own control every month by 1,000 Rand. That's an extra 48,000 Rand a year that he's created in 4 months. Then we had Roelof and Marsha up. They're business owners, extremely busy running their own businesses. They've been with us for 2.5 years. And in 2.5 years, they've built enough income that if I average their income over the last 2.5 years, they have averaged 25,000 Rand a month. Now, you've got to remember, they started on naught. And then their first month, 600 Rand, and the second month, 2,000 Rand, and so on and so on. So you can imagine what we're earning if we're on an average of 25,000 Rand a month for that entire period. So Roelof says to us from the stage, he asked a young man about, he started explaining DuePoint to a young man who then said to him, I earn 5 times that amount. And he said, yes, and when you lose your job, how much will you earn it? And he said, nothing. He says, when I lose my business, I will earn 25,000 Rand every single month on average. What happens when we get retrenched? What happens when we get fired? What is our backup plan in South Africa? You might have thought you didn't need one. You've just been blind. The last 20 years, we've gone from 3 million unemployed to 10 million unemployed. We're all standing in the queue of unemployment at the moment. We're just not sure who's next at the front of that queue. Have you got a backup plan for when that happens? Maybe it's just 5 grand you need. Maybe it's 10 grand. Maybe it's 100 grand. At DuePoint, you can build any amount you like. It just depends on how much time you are willing to put in creating that backup plan. Go to our YouTube channel. Go watch the stories. There must be over 100 of them now that we've recorded 2, 3 a month on our stage of people earning a little bit of money, people earning a lot of money, people earning money in between. You decide where you want to be on the scale. You decide what you want out of this life. Go to our YouTube channel and you'll find them all there. And so, ladies and gentlemen, today, if you wish to become a wealth engineer and start creating wealth for yourself, it costs you nothing. You are simply going to have to go to our website, DuePoint.net. You're going to read through the pages, watch the videos, and then click join and apply. 2, maybe 3 minutes later, you're a wealth engineer without a cent having passed from your pockets. And this afternoon, you can start creating wealth. You've got the weekend ahead. It's the perfect opportunity to connect people to DuePoint. This business is 365. Get out there this afternoon and start creating wealth for yourself. If you need tools to help, we got them. They don't make us money, they make you money. Get the USB sticks with our presentations on them. Get our notepads. Get our business cards. We've got tablet covers. We've got notebooks, pens, clips, pins, everything you need to be able to start the conversation in connecting people to us. We've also got a brand new power bank now, just in this week. It is twice the size of the old one and will charge 2 phones or 2 devices at once, perfect for couples. So that when you are using your phone, which you do in the creation of wealth here, everything happens on your phone or your tablet or your computer. You don't run out of battery power. We've got all the tools that you need, and they're great conversation starters as well. Get them. Folks, we are live on Facebook every single day of the week. Go find us there. Find out what's happening in this business. Grow your wealth with us. Take every tool we have in making wealth for yourself. Follow us, love us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Again, it's free. Push the little bell next to the subscribe button, and your phone will ping every time we go live. That means no matter where you are, you can turn your phone out to the person closest to you and connect them to us and grow your wealth. And then download our free app on your phone or on your tablet. You notice how many times I said the word free in the last 5 minutes. We should be charging. We should be. We really should, but it's free. The app is free. Put it on your phone. The app is the latest technology. We've spent tens of millions of rands developing it. It puts you into real time in your channel. In real time, you can see what's going on. All your training is there under the tools button, and your personal documentation and details are there. So no matter where you are in the world, you can always access your policy documents, edit, update your details. It is the latest technology, as is everything at DuePoint, and you get it for free on your phone right now. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to teach you how to do this business. We reward you through the returns program, and we reward you through our XP Rewards training program. We will teach you how to create wealth here. We put you through a series of steps and programs, and if you engage with them and complete them, you get XP points, experience points. They're not worth rands and cents. They're simply a measure of your progress in our system. But as you accumulate experience and you achieve channel size, which is going to happen naturally, these two criteria result in you ranking up in our training program. And when you rank up, we reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. You can get it straight away if you get started right now. As it progresses and as you progress, the cash starts to get a lot more serious. Then at rank 5, we start to reward you with tools that are going to start changing your life and changing the speed at which you create wealth with us here. At rank 5, it's an imported Lightning memory stick from the US. It plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it's got everything on it that you need to connect South Africans to us. At rank 7, we give you a 17,000 Rand set of business cards, imported, gold-gilded, custom-made for you. Used to be 12,500 Rand, but because I'm not in control of the US Rand exchange rate, it's now 17,000 Rand. This is not gold ink, this is gold gilding. You will have the only business cards in the country that are gold gilded, and what that does is it allows you to very easily connect people to DuePoint. Then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you do, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid trip for a week every year. It is 23 days before we go on our next trip. We go every year. We don't have to show you fake internet footage. We can actually show you real stuff. You don't end up in a pool full of Americans. You don't have to go with people you don't know. And there are no T's and C's that say, congratulations, you've qualified, but you've got to buy the air ticket. There's none of that nonsense. It's an all expenses paid trip. Why? Because by the time you become rank 9, you've earned it. At rank 9, you'll be earning around 20 to 30,000 Rand a month with us, and you will have been one of the select few that opted in to a life of putting a bit of time in to creating real permanent wealth with us. And so we reward you with a trip away every year that looks a bit like this.
Gone and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
every year, for those that work hard on getting us there, on getting themselves there. How long is it going to take you to get to rank 9? Well, if you join 2 people a month, or if you connect 2 people in a month to us, it's going to take you 19 months on average. That's a long time. Are you willing to work 2 years for a permanent holiday? No, most South Africans are not. Most South Africans, no, if I don't get it in 90 days, I'm out. All right, fine. But if your boss came to you and said to you, if you work for me for the next 2 years and I'll give you a permanent holiday, one that's there every year for the rest of your life, you'd go, I'm in. Let's do this. It's an interesting psychology, isn't it? Our egos get in the way so easily for us creating real wealth for ourselves. You can, of course, do it quicker. Hey, what have we got here? Donnie, 16 months. Patrick and Pumi in the room, 11 months. This chap here, 5 months. How fast do you want to get to rank 9? It's completely up to you. Some people have taken 2.5 years to get to rank 9. It doesn't go away. We go every single year. Doesn't matter how long you take. There's no deadline. People have asked me in the past, what's the cutoff? There's no cutoff. Just get there. Those of you who get to rank 9 will get to rank 11. At rank 11, you get your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us. It's not rented from us. And we don't give it to you and then take it away. I've seen all sorts of systems. Some where you get the fancy BMW for a month, then they take it away. That feels like Chinese torture to me. Congratulations, you've got a car. I'll be back in a month to take it away from you. There's been other ones where you've got to keep your production up, otherwise we take it away. Well, good news. This is your car. We're in the business of wealth creation and freedom. You don't get that by giving a car and taking it away. It's your car. Now, that's 11 of the 28 mapped ranks in our current training program. We've shown you the first third. What do you think is in the second 2/3? We are very, very serious about what we are doing here at DuePoint. In fact, we've been road showing DuePoint around the country over the last 8 weeks. We've been to KZN, Eastern Cape, Free State, and recently up to Limpopo and Mpumalanga. And now, next week Saturday, we're down in the Western Cape in Cape Town. Have you guys booked your tickets? Please do go to the events menu and book your tickets. It's a smaller venue, so first come, first serve is very important. Get your guests booked in and get yourself booked in. It's free, like everything at DuePoint. Just get booked in now. Make sure you've got your travel plans in place. We want the place packed out on that Saturday morning next week so that Rob can really blow you away and your guests away on that day. Make sure you're booked and ready to go for the Western Cape. And this week, Saturday, it's a good week for you guys to have joined us because this week, Saturday, we're running our monthly development seminar. It's part of our training process. It's part of our XP Rewards program. For 1 hour, one Saturday a month, we run our development seminars where we teach you everything, not only about DuePoint, but about wealth creation in general, personal finance, the economy, this market, and everything. And Rob this weekend is going to be talking to you about reaching the top 1%. The top 1% are the people that succeed in this life. That's it. There's only 1% of people that do. And he's going to be talking to you about it here at DuePoint, obviously, but in general as well, about how in life you get to the top 1%. This is something we should charge, what, $5,000 for? That's what you'd normally pay for training, $5,000, maybe more, $20,000. I've seen some crazy. You're going to get it for free on Saturday morning. It is, of course, only for people who are serious about creating wealth at DuePoint. If you're not, don't bother coming. Only serious people should arrive on Saturday morning. It will, of course, be broadcast live, as are all of our sessions. So make sure, guys around the country, you've got your venues packed with your wealth engineers. Don't bring guests. They won't know what he's talking about. Bring your wealth engineers on Saturday morning, and then at 10 o'clock onwards, all the normal presentations will continue. But this one's going to be crazy. You're going to want to be there and watch it. Make sure you've made your plans, and no excuses, guys. If you're serious about wealth creation, even your kid's soccer match is not that important. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've said to you, we believe that we've built the only economically viable solution for the average South African today here at DuePoint. We believe that strongly. I've never had anybody be able to tell me that I'm wrong, because what we have done here, we've put everything behind. We are not only going to change the wealth of South Africans in this generation, but we're going to change generations of wealth in South Africa. If you've got questions and concerns, come and ask us. We've had to answer all of them before. We've not been doing this for 5 minutes. So come and get those answers. And wherever you are today, call client service, ask the person who connected you, or you guys here can come and ask us your questions. But let's not walk out of here today without this tool in our hands. It's not going to cost you anything today. Pick it up and start making change now. We don't have time left. We don't. If you believe there's still time, there is no time. It's gone. We have to start now before the crisis really hits. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in this afternoon.